Good morning, YouTube. Bradley Hallman here. We are coming live from the first day of Bassmaster Open, Lake Sam Rayburn. This is my partner for the day, Andre. Andre's from Lafayette, Louisiana. He's already got the tigers on his little face cover.
I apologize already.
Look at all these boats in here. I know the GoPro's not the best video camera to look, but look. 223 boats, dude. 223 boats. So a lot of guys to try to get in front of and jockey for position. There'll probably be 10 bags over 20 pounds today. I think the fish are biting pretty good. We're going to see. So you guys hang on. Hopefully we have a good day. I have no idea whether we are or not. I've had some bites in practice, so we'll just see how big they are because I really don't know. Stay tuned.
Bradley Hallman, 121. That's Bradley.
Lost one. We want to go to the back. I'm gonna go back, bro. Yeah, man, you can't block a creek, dude. You can't block a creek.
Where are you gonna go?
I'll go all the way back and I'll start fishing on the way back. Do what?
I'm not blocking the creek.
No?
You know that's where I was headed.
We'll go to the back.
Let me go to the back.
You go to the back and I'll start right here.
Alright.
I'm cool with that.
I'm not trying to be an ass.
No, I'm not either. Just 223 boats and only so many creeks.
I know it. I know it.
I can't fish down this thing behind you the whole way at 2 miles an hour. That's crazy. I'll go all the way back and I won't fish and I'll come back to you. Or you can go all the way back.
I'll take it back.
All right.
I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm not gonna go with the motor. Cool?
Absolutely. All right, guys, first and foremost, I want to get this across. That is an unedited, uncut version. That's not something that you see on other people's whatever, and they're trying to ask you to make a decision. They're like, oh, well, I only showed you 3 seconds of it in slow motion. That's the entire thing, and that's why I let it go so long. I want your opinions and feedback on this. I know there's going to be some difference in opinions. I will tell you that me being from Oklahoma, I do have a lot of experience in creek fishing. If you want confrontation on the water, become a creek fisherman. I personally don't have a lot of confrontations. I don't know that a lot of you guys would even call this confrontation. I know that it was handled by both parties very professionally. Neither one of us got heated. It was an exchange of opinions, and he being the first boat in there with a better boat draw than me, you know, he basically got the option, front or the back. I truly felt like that most of the bites that I went through there, I had 14 or 15 bites in there in practice. The majority of them were in the back of the creek, and he obviously felt the same way, that it was the best water that there was. This is not a small creek. This is not a creek that only goes back 100 yards or so and quits. This thing goes and goes. So there was plenty of water back there. As a matter of fact, I fished over halfway or close to halfway back, and then turned around and fished my way back out. And I never saw them again. Never even ran into them, never heard them, didn't feel like I was close to them. So it worked out. The deal with blocking a pathway is like, you know, you can't sit at a bridge and block something. You can't sit, you know, in a river system or a creek for that matter, just like what we're talking about. What if there was a lake back there or something, you know, some other waterway where you're trying to block somebody to get to accessible water? You can't do that. But what I will say is that's not what he was trying to do there. In his defense, he was fishing extremely slow in front of me right at the mouth, and then he broke off somehow and was setting down a rod and power pulled down. And at that point, I decided, hey, look, you got to do something. So that was my first option, was to, you know, offer, say, hey, I'll go all the way to the back and not fish until I get back there, and then I'll fish my way back out, which that's obviously where he wanted to go. So we worked out that arrangement, and he got his choice and went back there first, which was fine with me. I'm not saying that what he did was wrong. I'm telling you that if the shoe was on the other foot, I would have done one of two things. I would have either A, tried to play hardball like he did. You could maybe possibly play hardball there and the guy behind you just leaves, doesn't want, you know, whatever. Or B, I would have just gone on to the back, because that was what I felt like was the best stuff, and just started back there and worked my way back to the front of the creek. Like I say, guys, if this would have just been a little short deal back there, I wouldn't feel the same way about it. Like, everything in fishing situational, and this situation was more than that. You know, it wasn't just a small area where I'm just trying to get back to that one little spot. But there's going to be a lot of opinions on this. I want you guys to leave your comments below, drop them below. I'm sure not trying to make this video out to make this guy a bad guy at all, because like I say, his shoe on the other foot, I'm going to do a lot of the same things that he did in this same point, and I think that both of us handled it pretty professionally. So is it a controversy? Yeah. I mean, it's not how either one of us wanted to start the morning. It made me very uncomfortable. I'm sure that it made him very uncomfortable and uneasy. Actually, one of my boys, Billy Got a Bass, is in the back of his boat, co-angler, and we talked a little bit about it that evening when he got in, and I do know that it made both of us pretty uneasy to start the morning. But like I say, once I got in there, I fished half the creek, never saw him, and then I left, and I was gone and out of there, and never we never ran into each other again. So we both got a little bit of it, and truth be known, I think I caught one bass out of that creek after all those bites. It was very much like this entire video that you're about to watch. I had plenty of bites in practice, and I do not have plenty of bites at Sam Rayburn in this tournament. So you guys, like I say, leave your comments below. Let me know how you feel, and I'll get back to every single one of them. All right? Enjoy the rest of the video.
Eat him easily. There you go.
I don't understand where all the boats are. Now, there should be people here fishing. Seriously, Buck. Maybe I'm the only one that got bit. It's never a good thing when you think something's really good and nobody else is around. It's either really good or it's not good at all. 3 bites coming out.
Yeah.
4 counting yours.
That's true. There you go. That's a nice one.
A little better. Oh my God.
So
A 7-pounder just swam out of there when I flipped in there.
cool.
A 7-pounder. The thing was huge. I flipped right there next to that log and she swam out right when I flipped in there.
Oh,
Like, she didn't eat it, she ran from it. That thing was monster, dude.
Nice one.
Website. On board.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Andre and I just finished our day, and I think that he would agree with me that it pretty well sucked. Would you agree with that?
It was tough.
Let me get the bugs off here real quick.
It was tough.
All right, can y'all see better? Bugs are off the camera.
Yeah, it was tough, man.
It was brutal on both of us. And man, a lot of those places, like I told you all day long, that I was up there whining and crying. I mean, he probably listened to a grown man cry today more than he likes to. But man, I had a lot of bites in those places and shook off a lot of fish. And like there was no bites at all. And it was a long day. And we had a long day to fish.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought I'd kind of slayed the dragon when I caught that last one that was close to 4. And you guys didn't see it, but you probably saw me put it in a bag maybe whenever I don't know, we'll see. But the camera quit working because it's 180 down here. And I had one fish that wouldn't bump at the bump tank. It's the first time it's ever happened to me in my life. I've probably weighed in 20 fish just like it, but he didn't take it today. So I got the penalty for that and the deduction. So I've got like 9 pounds, which is not good. What did you end up with?
2 fish for 572, something like that.
So we're going to be at the bottom of the barrel starting tomorrow. So hopefully he draws out with Keith Combs and goes to go out and catch 23 pounds tomorrow out of the back of Keith's boat.
I don't.
And I'm gonna run some new creeks. So and I'll bring you guys along. You'll get to see them. So see you guys whenever I start working on tackle tonight.
Take care.
Hey guys, it's about 5 o'clock in the morning 2. Pretty rough night. I didn't bring you guys along on my tackle. It was a tough night after what all happened yesterday. I didn't even look at the standings because it doesn't matter. 2 reasons. It doesn't matter. One, doesn't even matter if you do well. Look at the standings. You got to do it 2 more days. Another day. So what really matters is where we're at the end of day 2. And it's a lot harder to look at the standings whenever you've had a really bad day than it is if you've had a really good day and you're way up there. But I'm just going to do the same thing because I've had so many bites in practice. I'm not going to change and do something different. I'm just going to run everything in a reverse order. I'm going to start out on the grass this morning instead of starting in the creek, and probably finish in the creek. So just run things in a reverse order. And man, some of those bites have got to come back. Like they didn't bite yesterday, so I know they didn't get caught. They didn't get stuck. Maybe I'll have some good fortune and catch a really good bag today and make a big comeback. That's the hope. I'm out here just working on my boat, getting my stuff ready to go. So it's early, and I'll have you guys back on whenever I pick up my partner probably. All right, see you guys then.
About 100, Johnson. Steven Johnson is 101.
Good.
Broke the ice.
With the right size fish too. Tattooed it. Boom. Alright guys, I don't even know what all I got on that video and what I didn't. That's the end of Rayburn for me. I caught, weighed in 3 bass the entire day on Sam Rayburn. I've never been one to sit here and say, hey, Watch my YouTube channel. I'm Kevin Van Dam. I am not Kevin Van Dam. I've never been one to sit here and say, hey, watch my channel. I'm BLAT, and I've got all this great footage rolling out, and I'm on top of it, and I'm not. I'm disappointed for multiple reasons in this event. One, obviously the fishing. I can't tell you guys how good practice was. Like, I'm not saying it was the greatest practice I ever had. It wasn't. But it by far was not the worst. Like, I mean, there was some 17, 18, 20 bite days in practice flipping. Like, getting 5 bites was not going to be ever cross my mind as an issue. And when this thing was done, dude, I am digging, like digging to get a bite. And I can't believe I'm just rolling past these places, waypoint, 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 where I got bit. Some of those stretches of grass, I got 8 to 10 to 12, some places 12, 13 waypoints on them. And I didn't stick these fish. Like, I flipped in there. I'm not saying that there wasn't some little fish in those bites. 11, 12 bites, absolutely. There was probably some small fish in there. But there were some in there that felt like Sammy Sosa hit that freaking weight with a baseball bat. Those are not 2-pounders. Those are good fish. I have no idea. The brush pile guys are killing them. I mean, the brush pile guys are absolutely killing them. And I spend all my time in the grass with the flipping stick in my hand. Anytime I show up on a place like that, it's got that much grass, I do it again. I did spend a lot of time in the back ends of stuff, and obviously, you know, it's summertime and the water was falling, and that's the downfall to that. There was just so many bites in some of those little channels and bends and turns, and golly, I don't know. The second reason I'm disappointed is because of my camera and my footage and my work this week. We don't run batteries. We've been down this road. We started using cameras last year, maybe even the year before, where we had to run them all the time in tournaments. And I am solely focused, even in practice, on finding fish and trying to locate fish and then trying to catch them in the tournament. That camera is honestly secondary in my mind, and I apologize for that, but it is. And it will probably always be that way for me. I'm a tournament fisherman. I don't think about that camera. But we've had some issues before, and we've worked them out where the camera shuts off all the time, it overheats. And it's from the battery being inside of the camera. And, you know, you take that battery out and use an external battery with a cord, and then we never have any other issues. But Sam Rayburn presented a different problem. I didn't have a lot of wind where I was. It was hot, really hot, and my cameras kept shutting off at 10, 11 o'clock during the day, and they're overheating, and I go to turn them back on, and they would not fire back up. I think on the first day I actually put mine in that ice chest and then brought it back to life for a little bit, but you know, you missed a 4-pound catch on the first day because the camera's not working, and then I'm not even sure if the 4-pound, I had a 4 or 5 pounder on the second day, and I don't know if I got it or if I don't even know if it's in the camera or not. But that's my bad, that's on me. I'm gonna try to work on that, I promise. Going forward, the lesson that I learned, I don't even know what the lesson I learned is, you know, fish the conditions. Those guys are really cranking them on those brush piles. I don't know if they're all out there or what. I'm sure there's some guys in the top 10. I saw Jason's, Christie's name in there. If I was guessing, I'm guessing he's not out there. I'm guessing he's on the bank somewhere. But for the most part, some of the guys that I talk to do seem to be out there on the brush. So not something that I spend any time on. I've done it down there before in June when Andrew and I were down there fishing some team tournament stuff, but I haven't been back out there just because I knew the grass was so topped out, and that's what I want to do is drop grass. So this video and the video that preceded it was about dropping grass. I'm really disappointed in how this tournament turned out, but guys, like I said, you know, I mean, I'm showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and that's definitely the ugly. I don't even know where I finished. It was so bad I never even looked it up at the end of the tournament, and I really don't care. I got to move on to the next one, and we We've still got over half the events left this year, so that's really what I got. Guys, if this is your first time here, man, please go down, hit that subscribe button, bump the like. Until next time, I'm out of here.